There are usually three thoughts that cross your mind when you think about going to university. One is, why on earth would I do this? And the second is, can I actually succeed or will I fail? And will that then get me upset and will that waste money? And the third, why Massey? So the first point, no one ever wakes up in the morning and says, today I will start going to university. It doesn't really happen that way. But what you see is that with your work experience, you expect that the next promotion, the next job is yours when you apply. And you have all hopes when you go into the interview. And then somebody with a lot less work experience and an MBA, a master's degree, will rush by you and grab that job. And that really upsets you. And this is going to get worse, where boards, CEOs, and hiring people want to see a tertiary, a master's qualification, mainly to also protect themselves when they hire you into a leadership role that later on nobody can say, how could you? So an MBA is one of the more generic, general degrees, and that is important to you when you look for a future job and leadership, because you can't tell right now whether in 5 years or 12 years or 15 years, you will be in a specific industry or not. And if you can't quite tell, like with a lot of numbers, what will be the winning career for you, you want to hedge your bets and you want to be as generic as you can come, because with an MBA, you are involved in so many different topics that you have good credentials to get into different types of jobs. The next question is that many of you, I can see a couple of gray hairs here, which I think is perfect, will not have been at university for a while. And universities are not known to be the most customer-friendly environments. We have rules for everything, and we certainly are a big institution, and nobody wants to deal with that. So the question is, can you actually win this? Can you do this right? And I've run MBAs and taught MBAs for nearly 40 years, and I can, on two hands, for that whole period, count the number of people who fail. We select carefully. We accept fewer than 1/3 of people who apply. And we make sure that the people that come into a class are the right people. You really have no chance to fail unless you work harder on failing than on passing, because this is a train that only has one stop, and that is your degree. You don't have to pick any courses. We tell you what to do. We don't have to pick any groups. We tell you what to do. And the next stop that this train takes is that you graduate, walk the stage like today our students did, and have your qualifications. So this is intended to be for working adults, people who have a demanding career, who have family, you may even have some friends left at the end of this, and you will end up being able to schedule this quite easily with your other requirements. You will win this if you do what we tell you to do. And the very last question is, why would you pick Massey? Some of you aren't anywhere near Auckland, and not really a big deal with online or flying in. We are about the only university in the country that not only has a 240 credit executive MBA, but that teaches practically. I've run billion-dollar firms for many years, and I hire the people who will teach in this program, and all of the people that teach are hired in specifically for the task. Quite a few are not academics at our university. They are experts in the professional field in which they teach. They fly in from different parts of the country and they spend a weekend with you, or they come online. They are here to tell you what they do, not what they read. And this is not going to be death by PowerPoint with a million PowerPoints that somebody reads to bores you to death in the first 5 minutes. This is a discussion much more like managers and CEO in a boardroom than students and professors in a classroom. It is practical. It is exactly like at work. It is outcome driven. You're not going to stand there and pontificate. You're going to solve problems. You're going to be a consultant. You are going to find ways to make companies better places in which to work and where achievements are higher rated. You are going to walk away every Monday morning with a new idea after you had a weekend class, and you're going to put that into action. It is an applied program. It is highly accredited, and we're whatever 260, 270 in the world or so ranked. We work hard on those rankings. We publish and we do all the academic stuff. But in the MBA and the MBA, it is the applied portion, how we actually get you to profile yourself as somebody who can communicate well, who understands leadership, who can form great teams, and who has the sense to sniff out good opportunities for which you then get that job. This is something that if you have worked for 10, 15, 20 years, 5 years, 12 years, you can do. You just have to do what we tell you to do, exactly like your boss does at work.